Good morning and welcome to Coffee Talk. So, this morning I'm interviewing Bo Jackson. And last night I'm laying in bed with Michael and I say to him, "So, what should I talk to Bo about? I have some questions, but and it was so cute. Michael gets excited about very little. He starts for 20 minutes. Just Heisman Trophy, Auburn, Kansas City Royals, Raiders, blah, 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 blah. Just on and on and on and on about Bo Jackson and his new commercial. And he used to break bats over his knee and just going on and on. And I thought, okay, you're adorable. Clearly you're impressed, which makes me happy because very little I do impresses that man. Okay, that's not true. He's impressed by me, but you know what I mean. He doesn't express it. So that's exciting. I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, so I wanted to talk about, I posted something yesterday because I've been thinking about it. Why we take constructive criticism from people who haven't constructed anything. I thought, how true is this? How many times in our lives that we are trying to do something and people who have not only never done it, but are doing nothing, try to construct our efforts, and we actually listen. We actually take their criticism to heart. We actually get our feelings hurt. We actually allow people who are doing nothing to derail us from our mission, our energy, our efforts. And I, for the life of me, cannot understand why. It happened to me. I'll tell you right now. It happened to me with Pillow Talk. I was doing Pillow Talk and felt so good about it until all of a sudden I start getting criticism and concern from people who are doing nothing to help other people. Nothing. What are your efforts? If people focused more on their own efforts, here's the thing. I'll use Pillow Talk as an example, but please apply this to whatever it is you're trying to do in your life that people who are doing zero have an opinion about. Pillow Talk is because I got married. I went through it. I have hit 1,000,000 highs and 1,000,000 lows in this marriage. I have had young children back to back to back. I know the effects of lack of sleep, no sex, zero communication. I mean, all the things that people go through in marriage, I've been through. So I didn't have anybody to turn to. I didn't have a Pillow Talk to go, all right, let's talk about what happens when your marriage hits a dry spell, or let's talk about how you can X, Y, and Z, whatever it was. I didn't have that, right? I had none of that. So I was winging it. I felt completely alone. My family doesn't live here. It's not something I want to talk about with my mother-in-law. It's not whatever, right? I decided to do Pillow Talk. I didn't make any money off it. It was nothing like that. It was literally just, what is a fun way that I can pull people outside their comfort zone a little bit, but get them talking with their partners about important things. Hey, I'll make a video like Coffee Talk, except we'll do it at night. It'll be a little different, whatever. People who believe in marriage, who truly believe that people should put the work in, but do nothing to help others going through hard times, were making me feel horrible about what I was doing. And I let them get in my head. All of them. I let them get in my head and I let them derail me. Why do we allow constructive criticism from people who are constructing nothing to derail us? Because the truth is, if Dr. Ruth had come to me and been like, this is not a good thing, I might have listened. I might have been like, oh, okay, thanks, Dr. Ruth. You pretty much know. But why am I letting people who are doing nothing to help others? Zero. So many of us in our day-to-day life are excited about improvement, self-improvement, growth, contribution. We want to make a difference, whether it's in our own life or in somebody else's. And here comes somebody else worried about what people will think or worried about you doing better than them. I always say, be careful who doesn't clap when you start getting serious about fixing your life. When you start eliminating people and bringing your circle in and you start doing things to make yourself better, look around at the people who are not clapping for you. Because I do. I'm like, I will give people the side eye quick. Like, I see you over there not clapping. That's cool. Totally fine. Take inventory of who's in your boat. Are they rowing or making holes? I could give you all kinds of, what are they called? One-liners. But that is the truth. As soon as we start to better ourselves, as soon as we start to do anything that makes other people slightly uncomfortable, they will try to derail our efforts. Know this going into any self-improvement you want to make. So whether it's something you're going to do just for yourself or something you want to do for other people, there will be people on the sidelines whose sole purpose is to derail you from your mission. That is why they are speaking. That is why they are forming words, and word vomit is coming out of their mouth. They are not interested in you bettering yourself or helping others. They are concerned with their own space and whatever efforts you are making, how those efforts affect them. Do not allow people who construct nothing give you constructive criticism on your efforts to be better. Part of my mission for 2016, you will not stop me. Nobody will stop me from my mission of human connection, social responsibility, and kindness. Nobody will derail me. Pillow Talk is coming back. Coffee Talk will not stop. And whatever it is that you want to do in your life, whether it's end a relationship that people are telling you you shouldn't, whether it's whatever it is that you may want to do, and people are in your ear. You want to start a business and they're telling you it's too hard, or you want to go back to school and they're telling you it'll be too difficult for you, the kids are still young, blah, blah, blah. Do not let people give you constructive criticism when they have constructed nothing. It's kind of like, no shade, but it's kind of like watching The Millionaire Matchmaker chick. I had a real hard time buying into her criticism of people. I'm like, girlfriend, you're not even married. How can you possibly criticize the efforts of others when you are not making it work yourself? That was just me. I was like, I can't take criticism from somebody who hasn't been through it. That's why when people are like, oh, did you hear about that parenting expert? And I'm like, how many kids does she have? And they're like, well, she doesn't have kids. She has 8 degrees in parenting. I go, I'm not listening to one word she has to say. You will not give me criticism on my parenting if you have not literally been in the trenches. If you have not cleaned up puke, been crapped on, had kids throw themselves down in the middle of an aisle at a supermarket, had your child say something mortifyingly embarrassing to another human being where you're like, oh my God, or had to say, go get your shoes, find your shoes, wear your shoes 9,000 times, you're not an expert to me. You cannot be an expert in something you have never done. That's me. I will not. 2016 is the year I stopped taking criticism from people who construct nothing. No. Focus on your own self. Get out there and do your own efforts. Don't let anybody derail what you want to do with your life. I love you today. Have a great day.